Hello and welcome to the video lecture on the causes of poor data quality. So, we know we have poor data. We know there's poor data out there. Hopefully we're trying to put some kind of controls into place to control it. But until you can fend off your enemy, you need to know where your enemy is coming from. So, first of all, we can have external data sources. If it's external to our organization, we have no control over it for the most part. So when we're getting data loads from other organizations, when we're trying to analyze data that's, say, in Facebook or, Pinterest or, Tumblr or Twitter or whatever, we don't have control over the quality of that data. So we could, in pulling data from external sources, be pulling in garbage. We could have redundant data storage and inconsistent metadata. For instance, please realize that data is not always stored in a database. I'm sure if you're associated with any kind of finance organization, probably you yourself have Excel spreadsheets with information in them. So if that's uncontrolled, if there are just people out there that, I don't like using this database, I'm going to keep it myself. We've run into situations like that here at Oftra. I've run into that in every organization that I've ever worked with. There's always someone out there, some end user that doesn't buy in to the systems that as they've been designed and have gone rogue and are storing their own data in some other place. And when their numbers don't correspond to the numbers we get out of the corporate system of record, we come to realize that this person has been, doing things in an inconsistent manner with the rest of the organization. So that kind of stuff can be a source of poor data quality. Simply data entry. We don't get into it in this course. I'm hoping a course on application development would get into controls that you can put into place for data entry. But simply, allowing somebody to type in a state without having a drop-down list. On that, if you go to when you go onto the web and you sign yourself up for some, you join a group or whatever, and then they ask you for your address information. Typically when you get to state, it's a drop-down list. If you cut to a very sophisticated, modern website, those websites ask you for your zip code first. And then based on, as soon as you enter in your zip code, they auto-populate your state and your city. Because from your zip code, they already know where you live. And then they don't have to worry about you misspelling your city or misspelling your state. And then from that, when you get to addresses, the more modern, sophisticated web applications, once they know your city and your state, they'll give you a drop-down of available streets. And typically all this is based on information that gets pulled out of the United States Postal Service, which is, again, therefore, an external data source. Do you have control over what the United States Postal Service put into its system? No. You have to trust that they have good data in there. You pull down your list of streets and you pick your street. Once you've picked your street, it'll give you the available addresses that are available on that street. Now you've really controlled your data entry. Doing it any other way, you're going to have poor data capture, which is a problem. Another topic would be simply the fact that the organization that you're associated with simply has not decided to commit to fixing their poor data. They know they have it. They realize that it's going to cost a lot of money to fix it. It's going to cost a lot of money to put a system in place to keep it clean. Once they get it clean, they haven't committed to who's going to be on the data governance, who's going to do the data governance, who's going to be in charge of it. The silos have been built, and the people who are in charge of the silos don't want to share their data with anyone else. and on and on and on. So the causes of poor data quality are many and varied, but these are certainly the 4 most prevalent causes of poor data quality, and that is the end of that video lecture.